Hello everybody, it's Demo with Demo Vapes bringing you a first impressions video. Tonight we'll be taking a look at the Apocalypse RDA. This RDA is by a company called Armageddon Manufacturing. They're a US-based company with US-based manufacturing plants and processes. Now we're going to dive down to the table and take a closer look at the Apocalypse RDA by Armageddon. Alright everybody, this is the Apocalypse RDA version 2 by Armageddon Manufacturing. Comes in this plastic kind of slidey container that clicks as you pull it out. Interesting little packaging. And inside we have this bag with the RDA. We're going to set that aside for right now. But inside we also have the little packet with O-rings and some extras as well. We get a few O-rings, get some black O-rings and a silicone O-ring right there. Clear silicone. We also get 2 colored grub screws as well. I'd be curious to find out whether these are made out of a different metal like titanium or something like that, but as it stands right now, they are just some colored grub screws. And the star of the show, this is the Apocalypse RDA version 2. I've got the stainless steel model here. Nice Apocalypse engraving right there. The little gas mask guy. On the back, we've got Apocalypse engraved in there. And we're gonna start these reviews from top to bottom. All right, so at the top we've got what looks to be an 810 drip tip, Delrin wideish bore drip tip. Yeah, no, that looks like an 810. Let's find out. I don't know. This is pretty tight. Oh, okay. Yep, 810 drip tip definitely does fit in there. It's a tiny little gap, and it's very tight. So you see that little air underneath there? You can see my finger going through like that. Definitely does fit, but it's just on the tight side and on the slightly, you know, not quite all the way down there side. Stick the normal stock drip tip back in there. Fits in there nice and tight. All right, under the drip tip, it looks like we have what looks like some heat sink fins right here. I'm not sure whether they actually are effective on that. I have not tried this yet. This is my first impression. Below that, we've got 2 air holes. It's just big, wide open holes, and then when you use the airflow adjustment, it just is going to make it nice. And it's going to close it down just like that. Just a little triangle, almost. Down on the bottom here, we've got Made by Armageddon Manufacturing, B4. I'm assuming that means batch 4. 47436. Nice protruding center 510 pin. Absolutely, that's fine to run in a hybrid mod. I would have 0 qualms about that whatsoever. Inside of the RDA, we have this beautiful gold-plated deck. This comes in stainless steel decks as well as gold-plated. The gold plating is just a little bit more expensive than the stainless steel, but not by too much, by about $10 or so. We've got clamps up here. We've got 2 clamps that open up by these 2 screws right here. And let me grab a screwdriver. All we have to do is just unscrew these guys. Reasonably long screws. They fall out right around there, so that's where they fall out. So not as long as the Goon 1.5 or anything quite like that, but long enough certainly to get your bigger builds in there, no problem. So you can see here the actual clamps themselves have bevels in a similar fashion to how the OG Goon had them. So that way when you have a coil, we can see if I just put one of the legs in like that, boop, pops up. Now getting it actually to push this clamp up is sort of a challenge, but it definitely will do that. This clamp does not seem to want to really rise out as that well. There we go. So you can lift it too. I mean, that's certainly possible to just lift it up and do it that way. Perfect. All right, let's get a build in here and I'll start vaping it and give you guys my first impressions. that was a first look at the Apocalypse RDA. Just wanted to talk to you about a couple things real quick. I've heard a lot of people mention that this is a goon killer. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. You know, they're two different products, similar MOs, but two different products. I just don't necessarily think that this is a goon killer or whatever you might say. Now, granted, I've only been vaping on it for about 3 or 4 hours, but at the moment, it doesn't seem to be any sort of goon killer or anything quite like that. I'm gonna give you a short list of pros and cons that I've noticed so far. We'll start with the cons. First con is that these O-rings are too loose. They definitely will not hold my mod up like this. If I just give it a little shake, that'll fall right out. And this mod is not heavy. It's made of stabilized wood, which is pretty light. Another con, this sort of heat sinking up top right up here, I don't really like that against my lips. I think it feels a little bit uncomfortable. It's not sharp or anything, but it's a little weird against my lips. Just sort of feels like it has some gaps in there. Quick couple pros, smooth airflow, real nice airflow, big clouds, man. This is a cloudy vape, man. This is super cloudy. Tonight we're vaping on the Strawberry Banana Taffy by the Snack line from Apollo e-cigs. Fantastic juice. If you like banana Laffy Taffy or that sort of artificial banana flavor, you'll love it. Another quick pro is that it is really easy to build on. The clamps remind me of the Lynx RDA, actually, by Digiflavor. They're very similar to that in that the screw is in the center rather than 2 screws and then you put the coils in the center like you would on a goon. I think it's really easy to use, and the bevels on the clamps actually make it really, really simple to install your builds. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time with this, probably another week, and give you a wrap-up video in another week, a little more of a full review. In the meantime, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I got some really good feedback from my last video, so I think I'm gonna keep doing this for now. You're stuck with me for a while, YouTube. Sorry. That about wraps it up. I'm Demo with Demo Vapes, signing off. See you next time.